All right, guys, thank you for clicking onto this video here. I'm going to try and keep this as concise as possible while still keeping it as jam-packed with information and actionable steps as I can. I know we got a lot of these videos nowadays where it's just fluff and then someone's selling you something at the end. So, of course, I will be selling something at the end, but I will be showing you exactly how to get all of this set up. Of course, there will be some information that I can't add. Otherwise, this will be a 3, 4, 5 hour video. So let me get started. So if you're a service-based business, SaaS, consultant, or agency looking to generate 30 to 80 qualified sales calls per month or more, this is going to be a great video for you. So here's how to build an automated lead generation system so you can generate consistent sales and scale your business without a huge sales team. So that's a big issue with a lot of companies nowadays. The only way to scale is really through cold calling, PPC, SEO, things like that. And a lot of these require a lot of systems, a lot of people, or sometimes things like SEO and stuff are just not scalable for certain types of businesses because there just isn't enough search volume. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. All right. So will this work for me? This business model, what I do, just a cold email automation system in general, it works great for B2B services, anything from service providers, agencies, SaaS businesses, coaches, and consultants as well. So I'm going to go over some examples here. So for some examples in terms of service or agency examples, I have here financial service marketing agencies. So anything like banks, credit unions, fintech companies, anything like that. Also, home builders, construction, HVAC marketing agencies, nonprofit marketing agencies, manufacturer and industrial marketing agencies. So these are all specialized agencies. A lot of these specialized agencies have trouble finding clients because it's not really uh, highly searched. So it's more reliant on outbound marketing strategies, paid ads, things like that. So let me go to the next example here. So we have SaaS examples, anything from accounts receivable software, remote management software. So anything like Hubstaff, where you're kind of recording, somebody's screen that works abroad, construction management software, and then digital asset management software. And then let's go over to consultant and coach examples. So here's some examples. This also works for business process automation consultants, content marketing consultants, CRM consulting, and then CX consulting, so customer experience consulting. All right, so what is cold email automation? I'm sure you guys have probably heard about this before. It's basically using a software to send emails at scale to targeted list of companies that haven't actually opted in to receive email. So that would be something like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. Those are softwares where someone has already opted in. That's not what we're doing here. That's not cold email marketing. That's just email marketing. What we're doing is actually getting lists and targeting those people via softwares where we can email them at scale. And this is just some stats here. So 59% of B2B companies consider email as the most consistent form of lead gen for them. And then 72% of B2B companies actually are reporting that cold email marketing and cold emails delivers excellent ROI for their businesses. So how do we do it? Basically, I'm going to go over step by step here. I'm going to try and keep this concise. So, we will be missing some nitty gritty information. I just can't have that all in this video here. So let's go ahead and get started. So step one, identify your target market. I'm sure you guys already know what that is. You guys have a business, you have customers. So who is your ideal customer profile? What are their job titles? Are they CEO? Are they an owner? Are they C-suite executive? Something like that. And then how large are the companies that you're typically working with or you enjoy working with? and then the type of businesses. So, for example, a consultant can work with a bunch of different companies, but they might have very specific knowledge that they like working with specific type of businesses, so they can focus on that when doing their marketing. All right, and then what problems do you guys solve with your product or service, and then what locations would you like to target? Of course, if you're working with local service agents, or if you work in a specific market, you're going to have to target that specific location. Otherwise, you're going to get leads that are out of state and you can't even, follow up with them. But a lot of these online service companies, you can basically target anywhere in the US and Canada. So let's go ahead and move to the next step here. So step 2, pull a list and scrape the email. So we like using Apollo.io and also lead swifts if you're looking to target more local type businesses. Basically, lead swift will scrape Google for you, so you don't have to do that. It'll scrape a whole bunch of companies like HVAC companies, construction companies that work in a specific area, and then that'll build a list for you. And then you're gonna go ahead and upload that list into something like Find Email that's actually gonna find the emails for you so that you can actually email these people. And then finally, you're going to send that information over to Million Verifier. What that does is just make sure that the emails are valid. If they're not valid, you're going to have high bounce rates, and then your email is going to start going into the spam. So that's a very important step there. Next step here, create an offer. So basically what the offer is more like a lead magnet, what we call a lead magnet. So basically it's kind of what's going to be pulling these people in to a sales call, something like that. So you're going to want to actually give some highly valuable information, some sort of free trial, something the customer would actually pay for. You're not going to want to make up some BS kind of offer like, hey, like, we'll give you a free consultation, and that's our offer. It actually has to be something quite valuable, like this call, for example. I'm teaching you guys how to do something, and that's why you're on this video call here. This is highly valuable information. Or it can be something like a PDF, a PDF of how to analyze your business's, profitability, something like that, how to use a profit first strategy, something along those lines that can actually provide value to that person receiving the email. And then you're going to go ahead and create the email scripts. So based on the offer you would like to promote via email, create the email scripts for your campaigns. The email headline should be 3 to 4 words max, and then the email body anywhere from 75 to 100 words, 4 lines. And then don't use any corporate jargon, don't use any complicated words. Try and keep it within a 6th grader reading level. So those kind of emails do the best typically. So try and do that for your emails. And then finally, using spin tags and personalize using their name. So when you're downloading the list of clients and things like that, you're going to have specific columns where it's their name, their company name, their industry, things like that. That's going to be pulled into the email sending software, and that'll help you personalize the emails to every single person. And then using spin tags is basically, it gives the software the ability to basically switch out specific words so it looks like it looks less automated. So it's going to be like, hey, hi, hello, offer. Instead of like the offer word, it would be like offer, a synonym to that, something along those lines, of course, is going to make sense. And then basically you're going to run these email templates through a spam word checker. So something like mailmeteor.com has a spam checker that you can use, and that'll help you avoid spam traps as well. Ignore that spelling error there. All right, and then you guys can take a look at this. This is kind of just an email template that you guys can use. Go ahead and screenshot this. All right, and then step 5, we're going to be setting up the cold email infrastructure. So what is that? So we're basically going to be buying multiple domains, and then for each domain, we're going to be getting 2 email boxes. So say, for example, in my case, my website is closecrucible.com. It would be closecrucibleleads.com, closecrucible.offers.com, closecrucible deals.com, something like that. You're going to get multiple of those domains. And then for each of those domains, you're going to get 2 email inboxes per domain. And then per email inbox, you're going to be sending anywhere from 30 to 50 emails per day max. So that's kind of just like the range there. It's better to stay on the lower end there and just get more domains to be more safe when you're sending bulk email. But then you're going to want to warm up these emails for 3 to 4 weeks. And basically, the software like Smart Lead and Instantly does this for you. And then one last thing you want to make sure you do is set up the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. That's going to be self-explanatory. You can just watch a video on that on YouTube or something like that. All right, and then domains and emails can actually be purchased from the email sending softwares. But when you do this, they're going to have control over those domains. So I typically don't recommend this because you won't be able to switch over to a different platform if you ever wanted to do that. So just something to keep note of. Step 6, link email inboxes to email sending platform. So these are the 2 platforms that are the best for cold email marketing. I personally use Smart Lead. Instantly is also great. Either of these are great options. Next step is the campaign setup. So you're going to create multiple campaigns in either Smart Lead or Instantly. And in each of those campaigns, you're either going to be doing an approach where you're targeting different industries in each campaign, or in each campaign you're going to be targeting different offers or lead magnets you came up with. So for example, one can be, hey, I can hop on a quick call with you and explain how to do your taxes. I can also create like a PDF that can be another lead magnet of maybe how to use the profit first strategy in your business, or if it's a company that sells marketing, here is a marketing PDF structure and how to structure your Instagram or something like that, posts for months, something like that. And then basically you're gonna upload the email templates as well that you made previously, and you're gonna upload those lists that you pulled before in the previous step, and then you're gonna set the campaign up in those email sending softwares, whichever one you end up choosing. All right, and then step 8 here, you're gonna go ahead and start the campaign, and then we'll typically keep tracking off and send as plain HTML. We've just noticed if you're tracking open rates, the emails are gonna have a specific code behind them. You don't want that because, basically Google and all these other email service providers, they can see that's a code, and basically it's going to read that code and know that you're bulk sending. So just keep that off. We actually just track reports via reply rates, bounce rates, and then meetings books, of course, because that's the goal here. We're looking to get more meetings booked. All right, and then this is how it's going to look on Smart Lead. As you can see here, on the left-hand side, we have multiple different variations of the different email. This is just the same offer, set multiple different ways. There's many different ways we can set this up. Depends on what we're testing here. But this is one campaign and then multiple different variations so that we keep basically the amount of sends per these emails a lot lower. As you can see here, this is what a spin tax is. You see here it says, and I'll disappear, go away, and fade into the distance. So basically the software is going to rotate between all of these. So it's going to look like each of those is a unique email. All right, and that's pretty much it. So that's the process A to Z. Of course, there's a lot of things that couldn't go over in detail here. Otherwise, this would be a multi-video series. But I try to, put the 80/20 into this, and that's most of the important things. So these are some things I couldn't cover. So what to do when emails start getting blocked, what to do if your domain gets on a blacklist, some advanced AI personalization, using things like Clay to pull in specific information from someone's LinkedIn profiles. Those are all things you can do a little bit more research on. How to send more emails without burning accounts. How many emails should I send? And then other softwares for more targeted lists that we can pull. All right, and then basically, I mean, you can learn the intricacies of this and stay on top of the ever evolving changes in the cold email world, or you can have a team member do it. But is that the best thing for your business? Is that the best thing for your time and your team's time? I don't think it would be. It's better, to focus on your business and what your business does best. So here at Close Crucible, we have a done for you service. We set this all up from A to Z. We monitor deliverability. We customize specific strategies, and I have been running, advertisements. I've been in the lead gen space for 6-7 years now, running paid ads. So I know how all of that works. I could also do some mentoring if you guys ever needed that in terms of the paid media side. If you guys want to set up a retargeting when people are, going to your booking page, things like that. But yeah, so we do this all for you so you can focus on scaling your business and keeping your customer satisfaction the main priority. Go ahead and click that green button below and you can book your cold email audit today. Basically on that call, we'll have a little bit of a chat there on basically seeing if we're the right fit for you, if we think we can help you out, and also answer any questions you had about that process. So go ahead and click that green button down below and then schedule your call, and I'm happy to see you there. Bye-bye.